Now then, he's proving that it's the perfect Valentine's Day dish. Phil Vickery is here making Tuscan Bean Soup. Is it the perfect Valentine's Day dish?
About that.
Really?
I think it's one pot of food, so you can put it on the table and help yourself.
Yeah,
It's quite light.
Yeah.
However, it does have quite a bit of garlic in it.
Yeah,
But as
well,
my
it's
wife
fine
says-
if you both have it.
Yeah.
Correct. As my wife says, you haven't garlic? Yeah, fine, that's okay.
Yeah,
But if one
exactly.
doesn't, it can be
And
naughty.
I just don't care at this point. I've
Really?
had garlic, deal with it, you know?
Really?
Even on Valentine's.
Is that what you say to him? Is that what you say
well,
to him?
not, but that's sort of my mental
Deal with it.
process. Deal with
Do
that
it,
garlic,
Mark.
yeah.
What does he say? Yes, dear.
Well, I don't actually say it, but that's just
Oh,
what
okay.
I have now. Deal with it,
Right,
babe.
there you go.
I'm
Let's have a
eating
look.
this
Let's
soup.
see what it looks like.
Here it is. There it is.
It's a lovely dish.
Oh, it
Now-
is, look, so lovely.
I spent a lot of time in Italy over the past years, and we used to work in a factory and go every other week and develop recipes and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
We used to go to a small restaurant on the way back from the factory, and then we used to have this soup. And she also used to serve us a big bowl of just rabbit, which is simmered in stock and olive oil, and that was room temperature. It was delicious. So this is her recipe, not mine.
Okay.
Now, one thing she did was she used beans. Now, a lot of beans, white beans, you should soak overnight. If you soak them overnight, and then you cook them, you get a lovely stock from the beans themselves. I'm not doing that today because we haven't got time, but I've got 2 cans here, 2 400-gram cans, which I've drained.
Of what beans?
Cannellini beans.
Cannellini beans.
White beans are pretty good. Haricot would do the same. So what I've done is I've got one here, and this is the base of the soup. So if you were making the soup, you would cook the beans. You'd then use the stock from the beans as
Right.
the base of the soup. So I'm
Okay.
trying to mimic that today. So with a can, I'm just going to whisk this up. So
nice.
to get that lovely sort of bean-flavoured broth, I suppose, that goes into the soup. So.
That looks a lot
You know
easier
what,
to me.
It's funny where your head goes when you're actually watching something like that. I suddenly thought, oh, I know what I fancy.
What do you fancy?
My mum cooks the most amazing pork ribs, and then has butter beans with them, and you have pork ribs, vinegar, and butter beans.
Oh,
it's really lovely. Anyway, I just thought about that.
Well,
when
there
I
you go.
was watching you.
Perhaps you should come and cook it.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
sorry,
that's
Mum.
it.
No.
Oh, no, poor mum.
Right, in this pan here, I've got a little bit of olive oil, which I'm adding garlic to. Now, the lady who gave me this recipe, she never actually sauteed onions. She would just boil the whole thing together. She'd put it all and mix it up. So I'm being a little bit, sort of, I suppose, chefy here. And I'm not doing any chopping because Al's done all the chopping because, you know, I'm too old for chopping.
Who wants to chop when you've got someone backstage who'll do it
does
for
it
you?
far better? Look at this. I mean, look at that, Carolina.
I was looking at
Yeah,
it
that's
all.
impressive.
If you look at all of this,
Say,
all of this.
remember before when you made a meal for Steph that we'd cooked on
Yeah.
the show, and you sent me a picture of it, and your chopping
Oh,
was
that's
like
very
this.
I did a similar thing.
Yeah, you did.
Well, I
Does
then I
somebody else do
pretend
it?
I'm on the telly
Because
cooking.
he has little bowls and everything. Yeah.
Hang on. Did somebody else do it?
No, I
No,
did
he
it.
does it. But his kitchen
Who else is
so
if I'm cooking for
tidy.
Steph? Who else is going to come in and...
Your butler might have done it.
If I had one, they could have done.
Yeah.
Right, in here we've got onions and garlic, which cooked down. Then I'm adding to that tomato puree, gives a nice background flavour. And then I'm going to add a little pinch of chilli.
Oh, nice.
Not pepper, a little pinch of chilli flakes goes into there. And then I'm going to add the bean soup or broth. So this is the base of the soup.
It doesn't look pretty at this stage.
No, it doesn't. No, hang on, it all will be revealed. So when you mix into the tomato puree, and that starts to boil up... Come on, Phil, sell it.
I can't sell that, mate, not until you put something else in it.
Then we add tomatoes. So
Here you go.
fresh tomatoes go
Okay,
in.
it's coming together now.
You would... Obviously, the tomatoes are really ripe in the summer. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love your very flavour profile there. Tomatoes go in. Then I add... Now, she didn't do this, but I'm adding a 10-gram salt reduced stock cube in, well, just under half.
Veggie stock or...
Veggie stock. In that goes. Now, I only add that because I think it adds a background flavour. And vegetables are lovely, but they need something to bring it all together. And that goes. Then I add water to that as well. Bring that to the simmer. OK. Then once that's up to the simmer, we're not using any salt whatsoever. A little bit of pepper pots, a little bit of pepper perhaps.
Right.
Then I'm adding vegetables. So here we've got diced carrots, which Al's done beautifully for me.
Lovely.
Look at that. In go the carrots. In go the celery. In goes the leeks.
Wow, there.
Right, thank you very much.
Good little leeks.
And then you just need to cook those for around about 10 to 12 minutes.
Right.
So this is where you're layering the flavour. So I think there's 8 vegetables and beans into this dish. And you cook that for around about 10 to 15 minutes until the carrot is cooked. Nothing else to cook around that.
So you judge it by the carrot.
Correct.
Cool.
Then I will add
I judge
a
nicely.
bit of fresh thyme, which will just pop into there. I love fresh
It's my
thyme.
favourite.
I love it. And the end of the thyme, which is very soft, you can get away with. And I do add rosemary. I had 4 sticks of rosemary on the branch, as it were. And then once it's cooked, you can take out the branch and the rosemary stays in there. Now, be very careful, rosemary. If you overcook it, it has a bitterness to it, which we will taste at the end dish. Now, this one here, moving on to this one here, after about 10 to 12 minutes, I then add a little spot of Cavolo Nero and also Savoy cabbage.
Never had... What's it called?
Cavolo Nero.
No.
They use a lot of it. They got it in Italy. A lot of supermarkets don't sell it, but you can mimic it with a little bit of spinach and perhaps some Savoy cabbage.
Savoy
it's really
cabbage,
up to you.
Savoy cabbage I love. I've never had.
Into there. And then what I will do, that's it. So there's no salt and pepper whatsoever. It's just simmered. And then what I will do is serve that into a bowl here for you.
Whilst you're doing that,
You
we're
can
going
go
to
away.
point out ITV's latest campaign, getting children to eat more
it's
veg
so
in
brilliant.
partnership with Veg Power. And so it's called Eat Them to Defeat Them. You can have a look online. It's quite a clever little animation, actually. And this is a good way to sneak veggies in.
It is, and it's 8, and I think it's a very, very good campaign. Now, what I do is I do add a little bit of extra olive oil on top. And in Italy, a lot of the bread is then char-grilled, rubbed with garlic, and they put it in the bottom of the dish and they pour the soup over. I quite like that, but I'd like to have the crunch that you eat
don't want it too
separately.
soggy,
Correct.
yeah.
That's just being a bit British, I suppose. And that is it. That's as simple as that.
You've got garlic here. Is that so? Cut it in half and then rub it on
which
there if you want to...
I've done that.
Yeah,
and
I've done
also, I've taken out... There might be a stalk in there. I've missed one stalk. But all you're doing is layering vegetables. And the chef I once worked with said, if you're making a big pot of vegetable soup like this, the wooden spoon should stand up in it. There should be that much vegetable.
Oh, really?
And the same with minestrone as well. So you're just layering flavour. That's all you're doing.
So when you said earlier on that this was, what was it, 5 bean soup, 6 bean soup?
It's 8 vegetables, including 1 bean.
That's
because
how
I
you
was
get
looking, I
around
was
it.
waiting for
Same,
the
yeah,
other
yeah.
beans.
No. Well, I can't put more in. Now, you will get a little bit if your constitution takes it, but that's fine. A little bit...
Well, that's why we've been saying... Are you going to have Tuscan bean
is this on
soup
your
for
Valentine's menu?
Valentine's Day tonight?
Possibly not, no.
What are you going to do?
I don't know yet. I've made my mind up.
Oh.
I'll have to have a little think about that.
You know exactly what you're doing. You're surprising them, aren't you?
Well, she's not here, all right? She's away, so...
okay,
there
fine.
you go.
So might be meeting somebody else.
So you're doing nothing?
there you go. In which case, what are you definitely going to do?
I'll be on your house.
Oh, God, here we go again. Uh-oh. Thank you very much
Thank
indeed.
you.
That is lovely. Gorgeous
Beautiful,
with...
beautiful.